Okay, we are talking about paint. What kind of paint? People want to know. Can you tell us what kind of paint we're using on this car?
Well, in today's world, it's usually a combination of the color and the clear coat.
Okay.
You can use one-shot deal paints. They're more representative of early cars, but they also have some problems. And that is that if you have a metal flake paint, for instance, and you have a minor brush or a scratch, it's going to go right through the paint. Now you're stuck with paint in the whole area. And that can be very difficult. If you've got a clear over it, and you just scratch the clear, then it's a simple matter. You sand it, you put some more clear on it, sand it and buff it. Much less time, much less money. So modern cars are all done that way at the factory. They're applied with machinery and very accurate, very even amount of paint. But in no case is it more important to know what made the paint. Red is a particularly difficult color because it's made in most cases with crushed beetles, if you can imagine. And those are not exactly an unlimited supply. You wonder why red paint's so expensive. And a lot of those pigments come from beetles, believe it or not. Okay, so red is a beautiful color, but this is the color that we're using. This is a Valspar product. You can see they got my name on it to remember that this is the can of paint. When we get the paint for this car, we'll get 3 gallons. And we'll co-mingle them, pour them together, back and forth, because I don't care who mixed that paint. There are going to be subtle differences between can A, B, and C. We don't want that. We want them all to be the same color, regardless. Then we're going to set aside half a gallon or a gallon of that batch and put it away and put my name on it or the other customer's name on it. And then when we need that color, we know it's exactly the same color. It's not
even the slightest variation.
No, it's because what happens is you take the formula to the paint store and they do the best they can to recreate that color, but it's not the same. It's not the same as the original batch. And it's expensive. I mean, that's an expensive step to take, but that car, deserves it. And any car that's of any quality really deserves to have a gallon of paint set aside, give it to the customer when he leaves, let him take it to wherever he lives, and then that painter has a good chance of matching that paint exactly because he's using the exact same paint.
So is this paint kind of expensive?
A little bit.
A little?
You could say reds, of course, are always more expensive. Reds, greens, yellows are very difficult pigments to come up with, and so they have a much higher price. Black paint is just made with lamp black, which is very common and inexpensive. So it tends to be much less expensive, but the real expense comes with a clear coat. Now there are 2 different qualities of clear coats, and each company will have a good and a great. What you want to go for is the great. The clear coat's what does all the work. It protects the color underneath it. It acts as a deterrent from the ultraviolet, eating up the paint, turning it the colors and attacking the metal flake. Metal flake is reflective, so that sun is always working on it. So the very thing that you see when you see a metal flake paint job is the very thing that'll destroy it, because it's got all this differing angles of light coming in ultraviolet, and so what's happening is it's trying to eat up and burn up the clear coat if you leave it out in the sun especially. Another reason to never put wax on it, and always keep it indoors and always keep it clean. Keep the dirt off it. Dirt is corrosive. You might as well pour acid on your car and wonder why the paint gets dull.
Keep it clean. Got it.
It must be kept clean. And
but if something does happen, if it's a minor scratch, the clear coat's easy to deal with.
Much easier to deal with a clear coat because it's clear. A color has a unique character to it, and depending on where it is on the car, it's going to look entirely different. So if you're going to scratch something, you scratch the clear coat. The clear coat is much thicker than the color coat. So you have a much better chance of a minor scratch. You can just sand it and buff it. Nobody's ever going to be the wiser. You go into the color through the clear coat, now you got a real problem. But you still can repair it with a process called blending, and we'll talk about that some other time.
Well, good. Well, thanks. That's really good. Let's get an update on something else. Thanks very much, JB.
You bet. Well, we found an area on the car that really would like to have something very small in the way of spray gun, and so we're made aware recently that you can actually have any automotive paint loaded into an actual spray can that you can use, and in this case, where it's a very confined space, a regular spray gun that you use to do the car just won't work. It can't get down there and do the work. So we're going to go to Old School Paint and have them load 4 ounces of the actual paint, just the paint, no reducer, no catalyst, no clear, and have them loaded into an actual spray can. It's relatively inexpensive, and that way we can get down in little tiny areas and spray the color of the car itself. Then when we have it in our satchel of materials when we go to a show, we'll keep that spray bomb in there in case we get a minor nick or something. Yep. We have the paint right there, the exact color that we need, and we don't have to worry about a spray gun or a compressor or any of that sort of thing. So it's really handy to have.
Here we go.
Okay. Hi Marlene, how are you?
Hi JB, I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I just brought some paint in, and we want to convert this to a spray can.
Okay.
And because we've got some really tight places, can't even get a gun down there. So we thought maybe if we had a spray bottle, a rattle can, where I come from, that we could, if we load this doesn't have any reducer in it, no catalyst, it's just the raw paint. That's what you wanted, right?
Yes, it cannot have any reducer because there's already solvent inside the can when we put it inside the aerosol.
So it would water it down too much?
Yes, that would be way too watered down.
Okay.
So first we have to agitate the color, make sure everything's mixed properly. We're going to go back to our compressor and canning machine.
Okay. I've never seen this done, by the way. I just handed it in and I don't know what happened. That's it?
That's it.
Wow. Unbelievable. It's even got the color on top.
The first couple of squirts, you're going to have to, we could just do it in here because it's going to splatter out at first.
All right.
Until we
So
get
the
it
first
through
ones are not very good.
Yeah, the first ones are not very good. So before you put it on anything, there we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
So yeah, you got to remember to do that. Otherwise, you stir it on and it goes all over the place.
Yes, it could come out like little spatter before, so you
Right.
got to do a little test before you
Now,
go onto the
same
panel.
thing. Do I turn this upside down and spray it?
You
to-
can
to
burp the
clear
can,
it?
yeah. You can
What?
burp the can so that your tip stays clean.
Right. So you want to do that with any spray can.
You could,
Right.
you could do that with any
it
spray
purges
can.
the end and keeps the paint from drying in the tip.
Yes, sir. Keeps the
Right.
tip nice and clean.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're now a star. We created another star, and this time, for a change, you're good looking. Thank you, Marlene. Okay, you want to sign me up? Wow. Now, this is really important. We need to label it. This is not exactly a standard can, so we need to put it what it is on it.
Red pearl.
Red.
Can we talk about what brand of paint is that? Who makes this paint?
This is the Valspar paint.
Valspar?
Right.
Valspar base paint.
Now this is the base coat only, and there's no reducer in it. There's no catalyst in it. This is made to spray right out of the can and dry.
Okay.
Different thing altogether than mixing all your paint and then putting a clear over it later.
Okay.
So this is the one-shot deal.
Okay.
So there's the color,
Yeah.
and there's the car.
There you go.
Huh?
That's pretty funny.
Pretty good, huh? Red pearl. Thank you, Marlene.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Steering column. right down there? How'd you like to try to get a spray gun down there?
Yeah, there's no way to get a spray gun
No,
down
you
in there.
cannot. And if you did, it'd blow it all over the place. So
Right, yeah.
That's what this is for, and any other problem you might have along the way. So
Sure.
I'll leave this right here. Get this over there while we're.